Mr. Amos Yaron. Hello, everybody. So they already said that, but I have to emphasize it because this domain of security industry actually is very... There are many people who think that it's related to morality. So we are a superpower. The state of Israel is a superpower between or amongst the 4 or 5 leading superpowers in the world. I'm not even speaking about other domains. I'm speaking about weapon systems right now. Everything is as a result of our situation. This is how it all started. Even today, we are threatened, and these threats are changing. These threats are becoming more advanced, and they require some answers. And it's not a game. So this is one point. The second point is that we grew older, we matured. What could be done in the past, we did for various reasons, but it's over. We are now, we sell arms, but nobody can complain that we harm Jewish or undermine Jewish values. Not at all. We work under the scrutiny of the leaders here, but that's not a big problem. But we are actually viewed by the entire world. We obey and follow the UN's resolutions. We signed agreements with the OECD, and these 2 subjects are and nobody who to sell the weapon systems to. That's the most important question. That's the heart of it. And I want to go back and tell you the following. Israeli security industry, its designation, its purpose is to produce warfare systems for the IDF, especially since it's very unique, and we can't get everything from the outside. Other countries sell systems, and different countries have different limits. There are situations when we have to tailor-made the items we produce. We cannot buy it. We cannot just buy it. The security establishment, in order to reach the sufficient level, the current level, must export. It's just an economic fact. What do I mean in numbers? The security establishment produces for the IDF 30% of what it needs. 70% for its production. 30% of its production goes to the IDF. 70% of its production needs to be exported. Otherwise, it won't be able to manufacture the other 30%. That's the name of the game. There's nobody else to give us these 30%. So our greatest friends are the US, and they give us. But even the US limits itself about what to sell and what not to sell, or what to export, not what to export. And some of these limitations It's a problem for us, and we need to find other solutions. So there is no other way at this point to turn to change the security establishment, security industry. And now I want to say that I want to explain to you, I want to give you an example of this intelligence within this industry. When the COVID pandemic broke, and we heard that in Italy they needed to choose who to ventilate. And it actually, we started hearing about all sorts of problems related to medical equipment. I called the CEO of Elbit and I told him, Butzi, listen, how could it be that we will fight over ECMO machines? Take one ECMO machine and produce 10 others. You have the smartest people working for you. They'll know how to do it. I don't even want to say that he did that, but he did that. But a major part, many of the smartest people from the IDF came to Tel HaShomer Hospital and changed it altogether. And what am I trying to say here? Look how we waste our human capital. We invest in Chetz missiles, we invest in aircrafts, bombs, cyber, you name it. We can actually make humanity much to improve humanity if it wasn't for the threats. When I said we matured, I meant that. Today, I'm telling you that it's not a matter of forcing somebody. I was the CEO of the Minister of Defense for 6 years. And I don't remember a situation, I don't remember ever knowing about a weapons deal of us selling weapon which is related to some moral issues that I cannot live with. I've had many problems. There was a lot of pressure, people, especially by a member of the Knesset, the late Yossi Sarid. He tried to discipline me, so he complained about what we did with the Turks. And we cooperated with them until Erdogan came to power, and then everything was gone. And so do we acknowledge the Armenian genocide or not? So there was the example of Burma. It's true. The state of Israel exported systems to Burma. And the systems that were exported to Burma were defensive. There was nothing exceptional there. But at that point, when we realized that democracy there, with the president, this whole story with the structure of Burma, we realized that they are going to commit crimes there. So we stopped doing that. And there are other countries that sell weapons to Burma, but we actually decided to limit ourselves. Look, I cannot say that the Ministry of Defense is like the righteous amongst the nations. But, as I said earlier, that we grew up, we matured, I meant it. It's not just a metaphor. Not no way. And today we are quite okay in terms of 30% and 70%. I want to tell you something about the figures. Nowadays, we export. This industry exports at a volume of $11.5 billion a year. That's a lot of money. I wish we could use it. We can get it anywhere else, but nobody will give us Iron Dome. Nobody will give us the next generation of Magic Wand, and nobody will give us the next generation of laser systems. And then it will cost, which actually makes it possible to destroy missiles. So it's all developing in this industry, big one or medium one of this state, the state of Israel. So I'd like to, personally, I'm telling you, my norms are on the whole high. And I'm telling you that this state and this forum here today, we are talking about values. We're talking about the Jewish nation and its values, and which values should we promote, what should we maintain. And I think that, I said it earlier, we matured. We are not the address.